It's about that time of day again. My name is Joseph. It's Wednesday evening, May 10th, 2017. Welcome back to your nightly newsletter. We're covering crude oil, S&P, gold, euro, and DAX tonight. Crude is bullish and trying to retest today's high, and a recent trend line is giving us an excellent opportunity for a two-legged pullback tomorrow. The S&P is bullish with a spike in range, telling us to look for traps and failures down below the range using the prior month high as a price magnet on Thursday. Gold is bearish with a wedge, but two levels of support are telling us to use a key reversal line overhead for the best selling opportunities tomorrow. Euro is bearish with a hidden channel tonight. The sellers just got rejected at lower prices, so we're waiting for rotation and buyer failures at the highs tomorrow. And of course, last but not least tonight is the FDAX. The DAX is bullish with a channel tonight. And this recent deep pullback off the highs, we're looking for buying opportunities on the way back up to retest yesterday's high. I got another great newsletter in store for you guys and gals tonight. Plenty of reliable trading opportunities setting up for Thursday's session. Got a great plan for you. We'll check the calendar here in a moment, set up those charts here in a moment. Before we jump in though, I do want to remind you, the only place to watch the full-length version of this video is on our blog at sidewaysmarkets.com. If you're watching the video right now on our YouTube channel, it's only a small snippet on the YouTube channel. Not to worry, if you're on the YouTube video right now, there's a link in the description of that YouTube video. Follow that link and come join me on the blog at Sideways Markets for the full-length version. While you're here, don't forget, join the mailing list. I'll send you an email every evening when our nightly newsletter goes live. Follow me on social. Below the video tonight, lower left-hand corner. Always a good idea to follow me on my social media channels. I'm always posting important charts, links, and updates throughout the day. Follow me on social, lower left-hand corner. And don't forget to grab those charts right below the video tonight. How easy is that? All the charts from tonight's video, grab them, have them ready on your computer. Right where it says click here to download today's charts, make sure you grab that. And of course, don't forget to grab your free pass. What are you waiting for? You're going to learn more with me in 90 minutes on that free pass than you will anywhere else on the interwebs. I can guarantee you that. Grab that free pass in the upper right-hand corner and come out and join me as a guest for a few days this week in the trade room. As always, don't forget, if you're brand new here to the SOT community, we got a great frequently asked questions page on the blog, and I'm always here to help you guys out. Hit me up on the live support button on the right-hand side of the website. Boy, is it great to be a trader right now. Had some great volatility the last few weeks here. It's been a great year of 2017 so far, but you know, as I always remind you, we're only as good as our day tomorrow, so let's get at it. Tomorrow's Thursday, May the 11th. No major news tonight. No major news in the Asian overnight session tonight, so nothing to worry about there. Tomorrow and Friday, we finally start getting a lot of these, right, these big news events, right, coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, really the headline number tomorrow is going to be the BOE announcement, right, and the minutes. Obviously, all eyes and ears are focused forward on Brexit right now, so we do expect that to be, right, a headline market-moving event tomorrow morning. Be aware, if you're trading markets like euro and gold tomorrow, you do expect to see, right, some whipsaw around that, so definitely keep yourself protected, right, and get flat or protect yourself before that news comes out tomorrow at 7 a.m. With the rest of us, though, right, we'll be in the trade room tomorrow morning, be watching that jobless claims report and the PPI number. The jobless claims is pretty much a sleeper these days. It's been like this for a long time, but the PPI number, inflation, is always on our radar, so we're looking for that to move the needle tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Other than that, we get some minor news here, 9:45, blah, blah, blah. Not a lot to worry about there after 8:30 a.m. So really it's 7 a.m., right, from the BOE. And of course, we've got the, right, jobless claims and PPI tomorrow morning at 8:30. Don't forget, we get a lot of great opportunities. We're going to do it tomorrow together with all of our advanced members in the trade room. Make sure you come out and join us at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We'll prep for Friday tomorrow night. Back here in 24 hours, and we'll prep for Friday's session, right? We get some big news coming on Friday as well. Got a lot of cover here tonight. Let's not waste any time. We got crude, S&P, gold, euro, and we can't forget about the old FDAX. Crude is bullish and trying to retest today's high, and this recent pullback is giving the bulls a great opportunity to use a two-legged pullback to buy down in this battle zone tomorrow for a big target going up to the prior month low. The bulls had a strong day today with big draws on both inventory reports. And we know the bulls would love to use this trend line, right? See another leg down so they can load the boat for a move back up to retest the high tomorrow. I'll tell you, I can't keep my eyes off that prior month low, 48.20. Been watching that level since the end of last month. If you remember, right, it's pretty much just been one big dip, and now we're coming right back to where we finished up last month. You know, we usually don't see previous month levels become magnets this early in the following month, but you can definitely tell there is an attitude right now of getting back up to that 48.20 area right now. So we have to think that's going to be on the radar here for the buyers tomorrow. But right now, the bulls with their real strong move up, double up, triple up, and barely missing that quadruple up, right? Big strong move. We're expecting these buyers, right, to buy this dip and return back up to the top of that range. I'm always asking those three questions. Who has control? Where's the objective? And where are we right now? Who has control right now? The buyers do. Where's the objective? The objective is to retest today's high. If they can get through today's high, then the objective moves to the prior month low up at 48.20. Where are we in relationship to that objective? We're looking pretty good. We got enough room right now, right? So we got enough room right now to be buying here. However, really would like to incorporate some of these prior swings down here inside the battle zone. Here are a couple scenarios to be looking for tomorrow. What if price goes up? What if price goes down? Well, basically, if price goes lower, you're going to have more buyers eagerly waiting down here, right? This little bear micro is going to want to retest, right? Use that trend line, and then up we go from there. Love to get a trap below 47.10. Would love to get this move inside that battle zone. Use that trend line, right, for a move back up. Now, at the same time, right, this may end up looking something more like this, right, for a seller failure. You know, we may not use the trend line. It may be a seller failure instead of a trap low. There's a bunch of different ways in which we can buy this dip. And don't forget, our beginner class teaches the fundamentals of starting your trading business. Intermediate class teaches all the technical analysis, such as what you're seeing in the newsletter tonight. And of course, the advanced classes here at School of Trade, they talk about entry triggers, risk management, trade management, market psychology, and we do that all together every day in the trade room with our advanced members. So we'll talk about the specific entry triggers that we'll use in the advanced classes. But bottom line is, I want to see this price, if it goes lower, deep pullback, right, back to that trend line area, right? Or of course, again, if we can't get the trend line involved, right, look for that move down, failure, break, pull, right, and go from there, right? So failure, pull back as we get that deep pullback, right, coming off that high. Now, what if price goes higher? Well, if price jumps higher here, now we find ourselves in a position where we're flirting with buying the high. We all know this, right? In a bull market, we want to buy low. We don't want to buy high. So whenever I find myself in a situation where I say I want to avoid buying high, I immediately start thinking, well, how can I find a trap, right? So if we go higher here, I don't want to chase after it. I want to participate, but I don't want to buy high. I want to look for traps. Now, traps could come in a few different ways. For example, sometimes price jumps up, right? We jump up and we start kind of going into a little bit of a sideways range here, right? We saw this a couple times on Crude today, right? So small little range, trap low, buy low. That's one way to avoid buying high, right? Goes up, kind of goes sideways, trap low, right? Buy low instead of buying high. Another way would be kind of similar we talked about earlier, right? Get that price to jump up and then two-legged move, right, to avoid buying high there, right? So, you know, really kind of the moral of the story is if price does go higher, just don't buy the move higher, right? Look for a trap, two-legged pullback to buy low tomorrow. One of the things you do want to make sure you really look closely at here is if we do end up back up to that high, what happens at that high? Really what I'm looking for tomorrow is to go through the high, get the moving average through the high as well, and then whenever we have a breakout, anytime we have a breakout, I always look for that trap low, right? So I call this the fake out, breakout, pullback. Pull back, don't take the first one, take the second one. That will be the one that will really get everybody excited about. What that does is that will allow you to trap in the counter trend sellers when they think it's failing, and at the same time make the buyers who bought the first pullback, make them chase as the market runs higher, right? I call it the fake out, breakout, pullback, right? You might even get a trend line in here, right, for that two-legged pullback off the high. A lot of times, though, that trend line doesn't really show up at that particular point, right? But that'd be the safest, most reliable way, right, to buy through the high, right? Remember, always going to know where's the objective. The objective's back to the high. It's not at the prior month low right now. Talking about the opposite side right now, this market could turn bearish, right? Markets always do what they want to do. We want to make sure we're ready for both sides of this. What would it take here for the sellers to take control right now? Well, first of all, it would take a strong move down. That strong move down would have to be supported by a successful pullback, right? The buyers would have to show proof by selling that pullback, right? And then continue that move down. Now, this obviously is not drawn to scale, but that's what you'd be looking at for the market to turn direction. I always want to know who has control, where their objective is, right, and where we are. The sellers are more than welcome to take control, but they have to show us some proof before we go trying to sell this market. You do not want to try to call a top right now. I don't care how long-term, I don't care what the weekly chart says, right? This is one of the common mistakes that new traders make. I made this mistake when I was a new trader, is kind of basically diluting your analysis by looking at long-term trends. If you're a day trader, look at today, right? If you're a swing trader, sure, look at a weekly chart, right? But if you're a day trader, if you're looking for short-term opportunities every day like I am, you want to focus on today's information, right? Forget about the long-term trend, because if you focus on the long-term trend, that told you not to touch a single thing today, right? If you focused on the trend on the weekly chart, you are selling today, right? See what I'm saying? Right? It doesn't make much sense to do that, does it? If you're a day trader, follow the day trend, right? Know who has control right now, not who had control last week, right? Again, right? You want to be a position trader or a swing trader, that's fine, right? But this is not the strategy for that. So follow the trend today, resist the temptation to call tops and bottoms. We'll talk more about that in our Traders Mindset classes, right, in the beginner course. Let's keep going here. How about some S&P? Ooh, man, you can almost kind of feel the herky-jerky price action right now on the S&P. The S&P is really, it makes you want to whip out a can of WD-40 and kind of spray the chart and be like, loosen up, baby, will you? Come on, loosen up a little bit. This S&P is I don't want to use the word train wreck, because it's definitely moving in a methodical way. It's tradable right now, but boy, you can definitely tell that you can definitely tell what we expected earlier this year. As buyers lose confidence in buying to all-time highs, you're getting that bit of a back and forth kind of feeling right now, as traders think have lost a lot of confidence, right, in the ability just to make money, right, by buying high in the equity markets. I'll keep my opinions to myself, right? It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, right? Long-term trend, whatever. Right now, right, the S&P is bullish with a spike in channel, right, and a bull channel. Channel and a spike in range this evening. This basically tells us to look for buying opportunities at the low of the range and the low of that channel tomorrow. Now, one thing to keep an eye on is this darn prior month high just keeps on bringing us back, right? Right when I think we're out, they pull us back in, right? There's been a magnet all month, and we expect to see the same situation tomorrow. Now, the goal will be to use that level to help our trades. So in a bull market, I want to buy below that prior month high and sell above it. This could be a little bit tricky here tomorrow, because as you can see, every time we get back within that kind of striking distance, that prior month high, it gets sucked right back into it. So first important thing here right now is this spike in range. The spike in range really is the most actionable information, right, on this chart right now. We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down, double tops, double bottoms, right? And there's a bull bias to it. Anytime I see a market that has a bull bias into a trading range, double top, double bottom, now I know I want to buy here, right? Buy low. And then it's that same thing we talked about on crude oil, right? It's that fake out, breakout, pullback, right? It's that fake out, breakout, pullback. So for example, price goes below, trap low, right? Price goes below, seller failure low, price goes below, two-legged pullback low, right? There's so many ways you can buy below the low of that range. Just find one of them, right, and get into it. Nice tight stop, nice big target, right? So we're going to buy low below that range low. Now, what about as the price goes higher, right? This is that situation where we want to get that moving average, right? Get that moving average up above, and then up, not the first one, right, but that second one, right? It's that little, again, I call it the fake out, breakout, pullback. Remember, anytime you break out of a range, you have to remember nobody's going to want to buy high up there, right? So you don't want to chase after it and buy high, Okay, you don't want to buy breakouts. I realize a lot of trading books say it, right? But apparently those books are written by people who don't actively trade, because buying and selling breakouts is not a... It's been a fantastic month of May so far. Don't forget, guys, if you're watching the video right now on our YouTube channel, it's only a small snippet on the YouTube channel, right? Go on the link. There's a link in the description of that YouTube video. Follow that link and come join me on the blog at Sideways Markets, or hit me up here at schooloftrade.com. And if you want to learn more of the strategy that we use here at School of Trade, join the free trial. Our free trial will teach you all about the technicals, the triggers that we use, right? Some market psychology tricks that we use. Join that free trial on the homepage here at schooloftrade.com. Learn more about our beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels of membership. And don't forget, I'm always here to answer all your questions. Hit me up on live support. Right, we got a great frequently asked questions page on the website to answer all your FAQs every step of the way. Been a great week here so far. Another big day of learning and earning opportunities coming tomorrow. If I don't see you guys tomorrow in the trade room at 8 o'clock Eastern time, shall we do it again tomorrow night? A little rendezvous tomorrow around 7:30, 7:45 Eastern time. I hope to see you there. I'm out of here for now, guys. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.